Paul Harrell, weekdays from 4 to 6. Learn more at paulharrell.com.
Joe, it is now time for the weekly Conduit for Action quiz. There it is. Now, over at conduitforaction.org, when you're there, make sure you subscribe to receive the new posts. Now, when you take their weekly quiz, you subscribe to their email list anyway. I mean, you can at the bottom of that. Speaking of that, hey, go back real quick. Go back to the CFA page because we haven't actually covered this yet. Scrolling down there, this is a great new article. Good intent, but a bad gun bill. Support Act 746 instead. That I'll come back to that here in just a minute. Okay, back to the quiz. Knowledge is power. Arkansas Government 101. This has to do with the judicial branch of the government. So we kind of had you've made 100 the last 3 weeks, haven't you, Joe?
Yeah.
Okay. 100%. So things are really on the line now. The judicial branch is one of 3 branches of Arkansas government. The judicial branch is comprised of the civil and criminal court systems. The role of the judicial branch is to apply and interpret the law, but not to make the law. Take this quiz below and learn the structure and practice of the Arkansas judicial system. Number 1, what is the highest court in the Arkansas judicial branch, Joe? What do you think?
Okay, so it's definitely not the district court or the court of appeals.
Okay, not district court or court of the appeals.
Because I did take a couple of law classes.
Yeah, so, I mean, let me give you, I'm sorry, A, Arkansas District Court, Arkansas Circuit Court, Arkansas Court of Appeals, or Arkansas Supreme Court.
Yeah, it's definitely, okay, so when I was reading these, I saw Arkansas Circuit Court. The first thing I thought of...
Do you really not know this?
No,
You're not radio vamping, are you?
It's the Supreme Court, but when I saw the Circuit Court, I thought of the Circuit Court like...
I thought you were just vamping.
The main Circuit Court in our... what is it called?
Judicial system?
Yeah, like the big one.
Dana Carvey had a good
I forget what
long time ago. You know SNL David Carney? He had
I know Dana Carvey.
He had a stand-up special a long time ago, and he was like, you can't even say the word judicial system. Just saying the word judicial system, you sound like you're intoxicated. And he has his whole
judicial system.
He was like, it's not me, it's the judicial system. It's not me, it's the judicial system. I'm innocent, it's the judicial system. All right, so question number 2. How many justices are on the Arkansas Supreme Court? 3, 5, 7, or 9?
This one I'm going to actually off the top of my head, but I'm going to assume it's 9 because that's how many Supreme Court justices we have in the big Supreme Court of the country.
So 9 Supreme Court justices, you say. All right, question number 3. How many votes does it take to have a majority opinion from the Arkansas Supreme Court?
5.
Okay, the answer is 3, 4, 5, or 7.
Well, if the answer is 9, based off of what I gave in the last question, the majority is 5.
So consistency. All right, so question number 4. What is the legal effect, pending any appeals, of a majority opinion of the Arkansas Supreme Court? A, the ruling only sets a legal precedence if the legislature signs off on the decision in a majority vote of legislators. B, the ruling sets a legal precedent and is the law of the land in Arkansas. C, the ruling is simply an opinion and people and government actors can choose to follow it if they want. D, the ruling must be signed by the U.S. Supreme Court before setting any legal precedence. A, B, C, or D?
See, this is the one.
C. Your answer is C.
No, that's not.
That's
my
not.
answer.
No, your answer is not.
No,
C.
my answer is.
No, what?
My answer is D.
D.
But I don't know much about the Supreme Court, to be honest, like, and how things function. Like, I don't know much detail on it.
All right, well, selecting D. All right, let's see what happens. I'll go back over these questions if you missed any. Question number 5. How are justices on the Arkansas Supreme Court selected? A, appointed by the governor. B, appointed by the president. C, elected by the Arkansas legislature. Or D, elected by the people.
Is Sean Womack a Supreme Court justice? Or is he just a judge?
So you're wanting to get a lifeline here.
Yeah, I'm asking a question. I can't remember.
So if I answer this, I know what you're going here.
Yeah.
Yes, Sean Womack is
I know my answer.
a Supreme Court justice.
I know my answer.
So what is the answer?
Well, the answer is elected by the people.
Okay.
But there are certain people who want it to be appointed by the governor.
That's true. The governor himself wants that.
He tried really hard for that.
Because his candidate's lost. That's called sour grapes. Number 6. Who is the current Chief Justice of the Arkansas Supreme Court?
I don't know this.
A. Sean Womack. B. Howard Brill. C. Dan Kemp. Or D. Courtney Goodson.
I'm going to go with Sean Womack because I recognize the name Dan Kemp as well, but Sean Womack is what I'm going with.
All right. So you're going to, I mean, that's really what you're doing.
I don't know the answer to this. I honestly don't know the answer to this.
Okay. You're going with Sean Womack just because it's the only name that you know on the Arkansas Supreme Court.
I recognize Dan Kemp as well. We've talked about it on the program, but I don't know, so I'm just going to go with.
All right. You have already subscribed. Number 7, you have subscribed to CFA's email list, and you do live in the town of Jonesboro.
I probably got like a D on this one.
Joe.
I got a 0. Wow. Well, only 2 of them were scored.
That may be. I'm not really sure.
Well,
let's see here. All right. Scrolling up.
Okay, so I definitely got the second one wrong, and if I got the second one wrong, I got the third one wrong.
Yeah.
Because this my third question answer was based off of my answer for the second question.
Yeah. All right. So you got the first one right. There's something wrong with the scoring here, and this will be good. This will get fixed now. But what is the highest court in Arkansas judicial branch? It is the Arkansas Supreme Court. It's question number 1. Question number 2, how many justices are on the Arkansas Supreme Court? The answer, you picked 9. The actual correct answer is 7, which would obviously change the next question, which would, how many votes you have to have. So, obviously, a majority of 7 would be 4.
Yeah.
And then, listen, what is the effect of any pending any appeals of majority opinion on Arkansas? You marked the ruling must be signed by the U.S. Supreme Court.
For some reason, when I read that,
because it's U.S. Supreme Court.
Yeah,
you see that?
Yeah.
That alone.
That one tripped me up.
That
US
alone is
Supreme Court.
Okay, so the ruling sets a legal precedent and is the law of the land in Arkansas. That would have been the correct question.
Whoever wrote this
or
questions,
answer.
Excellent job.
There.
You tripped me up on that.
I know, right? They're doing a good job.
Yeah, excellent job.
Scroll down here. What else do we have?
We only have 2 questions.
All right, hang on a second. Let me see here.
Can I go back?
Number 5, you got right.
Which was
elected by the people.
Yep.
And number 6, you got wrong.
Is it Dan Kemp?
It is Dan Kemp as the Chief Justice.
Of course, that's who is. The one other name I recognize.
Yeah, we'll get an updated score for you, Joe. I'm not really sure why this survey did this. Had a little hiccup here.
So did I get the first one correct?
You got number 1 right. You got number 2 wrong. You got number 3 wrong. You got number 4 wrong. You got number 5 right, and you got number 6 wrong. So
did I only get 2 correct?
Not good. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
so that's
not good, Joe.
Yeah, no, I didn't do very well.
You broke your streak, 100 for 3 weeks in a row.
When it was about any kind of court system, especially just like a state court system, I knew I was going to get messed up on that one.
Well, yeah, and you know what? A lot of people don't know. A lot of people don't know about the judicial branch at all. The judicial system. A lot of people don't know.
But so whenever I was reading the first question, what is the highest court in Arkansas in the state? When it said circuit court, I was thinking of the Circuit Court of Appeals, where our district group thing, whatever, I forget what this is, our circuit. I think we're the 8th Circuit.
I understand what you're saying. Yeah, the federal.
The federal circuit, which is the headquarters for our circuit is in St. Louis. If I'm not mistaken.
We'll take the quiz, and we're going to get. There'll be somebody working on this momentarily. Why it didn't score properly. The only thing you did make sure to select those, right? You selected everything.
Yeah, I selected everything.
I was just saying, maybe if you skip some, they only did the ones that you. But anyway, all right. Let's go to the.